Toothless Halloween costume checklist. Toothless hat. Check. 27-inch toothless wings made out of EVA craft foam. Also check. A strap to hold these wings onto my back. Work in progress. Black dragon gloves with dragon claws on them. Also a work in progress. Plain black sneakers, pants, and shirt. Also check. A 34-inch toothless tail made out of EVA craft foam. Check. A strip device that allows a piece of Velcro to stick onto the back of my shirt. Also a work in progress. But overall, I think I am pretty much almost done with my toothless costume for Halloween this year. But now, let's get on to the actual video you guys came here to see. What's good, my YouTube friends and family? Welcome back. And today we're here to review the newest SML movie, the Charlie and Friends mobile game. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to be similar to SML movie Bowser's favorite video game that came out when they were still using the Nintendo plushies. Anyway, I'm not sure what to expect. Hopefully this will be good. But with that being said, if you guys would like to watch the original video, as always, link will be in the description down below, as well as the link to my social medias and second YouTube channel. Make sure you go and follow me there. And make sure you go and subscribe to the original SML channel. Support the original creator. And to confirm if you watch my full review from beginning to end, make sure you comment 5 video game controller emojis. And I thought of doing something. So for those who are OG fans in the SML community, I thought of asking a very few SML related questions, and whoever guesses those questions correctly will get a shout out in the next SML review that I do. So here is your first question. When was Officer's Top and Bottom's first appearance in the SML universe, and what was the latest video they were introduced in? So when was their first appearance and when was their last appearance? Leave your answers in the comments down below. Wish you all the best of luck. But now with that being said, let the review begin. So we start off the video with Bowser watching, or Braxton watching, Charlie and Friends like he usually does, instead of being a good father to Junior. And the episode he's watching is Charlie literally throwing $100 bills at quote-unquote hoes. But it turns out he pans to the camera next to him, and it's actual garden hose. Like, I was like, bro, what the hell? Bro, really? What are the writers thinking of? And then we cut back to Charlie saying, wait, you thought I was talking about women hoes? Man, I respect women. And immediately cuts to the strip club with some actual woman. It's not a puppet. This is a real woman. I was like, who is this? Is this Lavelle's girl? Is this the girl that him and Lavelle, is this Lavelle's girl that he had a child with? I'm not sure who this is. And she's like, crawling towards Charlie. He's like, you're gonna throw money at me or something? And he's like, no, why would I throw money at you when I could spend the money on the Charlie and Friends mobile game? Go buy it right now. So yeah, this is where the mobile game comes into play. I wonder how Bowser's gonna react. Knowing him, he's gonna flip the fuck out and spaz all over the place and run around the house in excitement. Now he's over here going around the house telling people, saying, quote unquote, I need to let everyone know that the Charlie and Friends mobile game is out. And Junior, Joseph, and Cody are like, well, why don't you just go download it and play it? He's like, I'm already doing that. And then he goes to Chef Pee-Pee while he's making fried Fruity Pebbles in a frying pan. And Braxton comes in saying, Chef Pee-Pee, it's here! It's finally here, the Charlie and Friends mobile game, while strangling him, taking the frying pan and beating the shit out of him and pouring the Fruity Pebbles all over the place. And he's like, I could literally choke you in excitement right now. And then he goes up and plays the game. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Chill the fuck out. Over here, meat riding this man, hopping up and down. Like, get off his meat. Damn. Do not clip that. So when Bowser plays the mobile game, the game starts off with a UFO dropping alien pelicans out of nowhere. And then we cut to Charlie in his bed. And not gonna lie, I don't know if this is Nintendo or somebody else animating this, but if this is Nintendo, then I'm actually really impressed. This actually looks pretty good. And the rest of the house looks pretty good too. And I noticed in the living room they have the red couch. And above that they have a painting of the Titanic going towards the fucking iceberg, which is fucking crazy. And then he goes to the bathroom, takes a shower, with his clothes on, but then when he gets out the shower, he comes out naked with suds all over his genital areas, goes back in the shower, and he comes back out the shower again with his fully clothed clothing. Like, the hell kind of sense that make? And I was kind of thinking about that for a sec, but I didn't want to jump to any conclusions so soon. But then Charlie leaves the house, and then there's quote-unquote Charleyyy coins everywhere, and all of a sudden there's a pink Charleyyy block ahead of him, and he does the like Mario in the Mario games, and a fucking crab cake comes out. It's a literal crab on a cake, and then he picks it up and he turns into a giant crab with Charlie's head still on it, but Charlie's body is now a crab, and he can shoot crab cakes out of his claws, and then he gets hit by a car and he loses his power up. Like, now I'm gonna say this is basically a parody to the Mario video games. Bro, what the hell? Logan, you're literally asking to get sued. First it was Mario's brother Lewis, and now Charlie and Friends the mobile game referencing Mario games. Bro, what the hell? And now apparently Charlie has 5 lives, but now Braxton killed him by getting ran over by a car, so now he's down to 4 lives. Now Braxton is trying to make Charlie jump over a building, but then he failed epically, and then he was only down to 1 life left. And then he made it across, but all of a sudden, there was a quote-unquote windstorm, and blew Charlie off the edge and made him lose all his life. But he still has all his progress. So now, Charlie, in the game, was playing a mini game saying which one is different. There were 2 elephants and a mouse, and the mouse was definitely different, so as a reward, Charlie wins a can of beans, and then he eats the beans, flies up into the sky like Superman, dodges a bunch of rain droplets and then lightning, and then he eventually gets a sun power up. And sorry, hold on 1 second. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, yes, Charlie gets a sun power up that powers up and makes the rain cloud go away, and he flies up into space, and then now they're playing Super Charleyyy Galaxy, which is a reference to Super Mario Galaxy. So then, Charlie is in space as a crab, shooting crab cakes at evil moon rocks, and then what appeared to be Neil Armstrong on the moon with the American flag, but it turns out to be an alien, and then it takes a while for him to defeat him, but he defeats the alien dressed up as an astronaut, and then he goes inside the toilet, which now leads Charlie into the ocean, and now he has to fight a giant octopus shark mutated thing where it's a shark's body, but at the bottom, instead of a shark's tail, it's a bunch of octopus tentacles. And then it takes time for him to feed him, but he eventually does it. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes inside the ocean saying, "Congratulations, Charlie, you saved the world from the aliens. And for that, we will be renaming the planet to Planet Charlie." And then that's the end of the game. And Braxton's over here meat riding his balls again. Like, get off of Charlie's balls. Let him breathe. Pause. Do not clip that. But then Braxton's over here saying, "Man, this game was too fast, too easy. Might be even better than Grand Theft Auto." And that's how the video ends. And as for the SML question, what is your favorite video game of all time? Minecraft, sometimes Roblox, Sonic Forces, and Subway Surfers. But that's pretty much it. But what is your favorite video game of all time? Honestly, I felt like this video was okay. Like, towards the beginning and before the actual plot of the mobile game came in, like, through the gameplay, I like the parts where Braxton just went to everybody in the house freaking out, strangling Chef Beep Beep. Like, that's part I like. But when it came to the actual gameplay, it kind of felt a little bit boring, not gonna lie. So with that, I'm going to give this video a 5 out of 10. It was pretty mid. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you guys would like to watch the original video, as always, link will be in the description down below, as well as the link to my social medias and second YouTube channel. So make sure you go and follow me there, and make sure you go and subscribe to the original SML channel. Support the original creator as always. And to confirm if you watch my full review from beginning to end, make sure you comment 5 controller emojis. But with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Until then, peace out.